Here, and today I'm going to bring to you another Smite video, and this is going to be about my damage YMIR build. Now, contrary to belief, I'm sure a lot of people know this actually, YMIR can put out a shit ton of damage. Like, pretty much can one-shot with his ult, and if not that, two-shot, 2 to 3 shot easily. Now, to go through this really quickly, you want to get your X up as soon as possible. That's going to be your main damage, and it can clear waves. Then you want to go with your circle. That's your stun. It can also do damage. Then ult as much as possible. And then lastly, your square, this big chunk of ice thing. So, the reason you say that is for last is because you're primarily going to be killing. So that's what you want to go for. Alright, first item, to go through this really quickly. I'm sorry, guys. Shoes of the Magi. Now, you can either get this or Shoes of Focus. It's up for grabs, which one you prefer. If you want cooldown, that's fine. It won't be too much. I always be too much of a difference. I always get Shoes of the Magi just for the little extra pin. Comes in handy, to me at least. Next, you want to go with Soul Reaver. Soul Reaver is, it helps. You want this on a lot of mages. Some people don't like to depend on it, however, because of the 40-second cooldown. However, when you enter a fight, you're going to be entering team fights more often than not. And so, if you're going to be enter team fights, there's not going to be a team fight every 40 seconds. So you should be fine. If you need to follow up and kill someone else, you'll still be okay to do that. Trust me. Next item you want to get. Now, before I get this next item, I want to remind everyone, or if you're unaware, show everyone his passive. And the reason for this is because I'm going to get a lot of questions about this next item, I presume. So, his passive, basically, anyone who is frostbitten, so from these two moves, or his ult, I believe, they get 100% bonus damage. So this is very important to remember, because this next item that you get is Polyanomicon. Polyanomicon is a lifesteal item, but it also converts 75% of your magical power into physical power on your next basic attack. Now, this is good because it helps you follow up, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. Just bear with me. Next, you want to go for Rod of Tahuti. Oh boy, here we go. Rod of Tahuti. This is a must-have on any damage build with either a mage or a guardian. You want Rod of Tahuti for that big bonus damage. Next two items, you can go one or two ways. You can get Spear of Desolation. You're going to get either way. It gives you a nice bit of magical penetration as well as magical power. It's really unmatched when it comes to that, I have to say. So you want to get this. If you have to save it for last because it is expensive, that's understandable, and you can go for the other two items. Now, these other two items, you can go one or two ways. If you find that they're not building a lot of protections, one protection, that's fine. I would get Book of Thoth. And I would get Book of Thoth last because, or at least mid-game to late game. The reason for this is because right now, at level 20, my mana is at 1,440. So, as soon as I get this item, even though I have 0 stacks on it, I'm still going to get about, see, it converts 3% of my mana, so I'm going to get about 30, we'll say about 40 to 50 extra power, on top of the already 100 magical power it's going to give you off the bat. So that's 140, 150 magical power you're already going to get. Not only that, but you don't have stacks, so your damage is just going to increase. So I would get this. However, if you find that you're in a lane and you're going against someone who's really putting on the armor, you want to go ahead and get Obsidian Shard. It's really left to preference. I like to get Book of Thoth just for that extra power. So, now, this is what you're primarily going to do with YMIR. This works exceptionally well with relics like Sprint, Blinks, something that you can run up to them very quickly and basically close the gap between you and your enemy with ease. So, first thing you want to do is you want to freeze them, land that. Now, as you can see, once I get this book stacked, I probably won't need to get the extra hit on them. However, this hit comes in handy if you miss one of your attacks, or if one of your moves is down. So you can hit them with that, come up, basic, and then they're done. Now, this build can be switched around. You know, if you find that you don't like this, you can instead go for, you know, Obsidian Shard and then just rely on your powers. This works just as well. You know, you kill them, still takes one hit. You know, there's not much difference as that. The real power comes whenever you get something. Whenever you get red buff. Red buff is going to, of course, y'all know what it does. It's going to basically allow you to two-shot people with those two moves. And, you know, you don't need to really follow up with anything. But even this small buff, as you can see, is good enough. So, the great thing about this build is you don't need to invest so much into the 3k pot to be able to two-shot your enemies. So, let me show this off one more time. All you gotta do, and even so, that's why you have the lifesteal item, so you can get, or for sure secure that kill with your last basic attack. And you more than likely will be able to make it to them. I mean, they're frostbitten and they're frozen. You have plenty of time to walk up to them. Last but not least, you know, you have his ult. YMIR can destroy team fights with his ult. You know, I love it. And it does take a lot of time to charge. However, you don't need to charge it all the way. But, you know, I recommend, if you want the most out of it, you know, find a situation in a team fight where you can get in the middle of it. You know, maybe you want to blink in, or maybe freeze them. You know, do some sort of combo like that to where you can get it off quicker. But overall, you shouldn't have to rely on your ult. I mostly just cut it off as fast as possible just to sometimes secure a kill, you know, if I have a lot of people around me who are weak. But that's about it, guys. This is going to be a short video. I just wanted to run it by y'all really quickly. It's a powerful build. I like it. I am going to see, you know, what other Guardians I can make into damage dealers. Cabrakan, of course, is already one of them, so I probably won't do a video on him until later on. But this is my YMIR. I play him a lot. I actually recently just got into him, but ever since then I've been playing him constantly, non-stop. So this does a shit ton of damage. I don't even have my book stacked all the way, and you can already see the effects. You don't need to land that last basic, not if you have that one little mana damage pot right there. So that's about it. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys later.